Alright, I realize the page says Unit 4 Study Guide, but that is obviously a typo. We are working on the Unit 5 Study Guide. Problem 1 specifies for us to find the mean, median, and mode. So I'm going to do work on lined paper, but I will also provide the solutions like I have in the past on the printed paper here. So I'm going to eventually find the mean, the median, and the mode. And the mean should be the easiest of them all. Let me bring my calculator up here so you can see what's happening. 3 plus 21 plus 4 plus 9 plus 12 plus 8 plus 5 plus 2. That equals 64, and you will recall that I have given you instructions that despite the fact that you're allowed to use a calculator, you still need to show me some work. So that does not mean that you have mean on the paper equals and an answer. That means that you can use your calculator, add the numbers together. That equals 64. I then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. So 64 divided by 8 equals 8. So my mean equals 8. That would be me showing work to support my solutions. The median. In order to find the median, I first need my numbers in numerical order. So I'm going to put them in numerical order very carefully. 2, 3, 4, and if you need to, do what I often do. Check them off as you write them down. 2, 3, 4. Next highest would be 5, 8, 9, 12, 21. The reason why I check them off is so that I can still see my numbers in case I made a mistake or wrote one down wrong or skipped one altogether. But now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. So my median, as I cross off each from either end and come and meet in the middle, well, my median is going to be right there in the middle. And so I need to find the value of the average of the two numbers to either side. So 5 plus 8 equals 13 divided by 2 equals 6.5. So now again, I have shown my work sufficiently. My median is 6.5. The mode. The mode is the number that is used the most. And in this instance, every number is used exactly one time. So we have no mode. I can say none, or I will say NA, not applicable. Number 2, find the mean, median, and mode for the following data. Well, we've already done this once, so doing it again should not be anything difficult. Again, for the mean, I'm going to put the numbers into the calculator. So 12 plus 17 plus 28 plus 14 plus 39 plus 15 plus 9 plus 11 plus 24 equals 169. So let's count how many numbers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 169 divided by 9 equals 18.7 repeating. So my mean would equal 18.7 repeating. The median, then, is the number in the middle. In order to find out what number is in the middle, they need to be in numerical order. So again, starting with the lowest number, 9. 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 24, 28, 39. That gets all of my numbers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers. That means I got them all down correct. So as I cross out one from each end, I'm going to get to the point where I have 15 is exactly in the middle. And so 15 would be my median. Mode, which number is used the most? Again, each number is used exactly one time. So my mode would be, again, none or not applicable. Number 3 says to describe the change in the data if the number 42 is added to the previous data set. And since we're adding it to the data set, I'm going to keep all of the information that I used from the previous problem, and I'm just going to refer to it now down here for problem 3 because it's going to save me a little bit of time. Remember that when we added the numbers together before, we ended up with 169. So if I add to 169 my new number 42, that will give me 211. And since I added one digit to my set of data, I now have 10 numbers. So we will divide by 10, and that will equal 21.1. Now the median. For the median, when I add my next term, and I'm going to go ahead and rewrite these so that I'm not confusing anybody. So 9, 11, 12, 14, 15, 17, 24, 28, 39, 42. So I'm going to cross out until I get into the middle. And I end up with an exact middle that splits these two numbers, 15 and 17. Since I end up with an exact that splits these two numbers, I need to find the average of those two numbers. So 15 plus 17 equals 32. Divided by 2 equals 16. So now we know that my median equals 16. And since I didn't have a 42 before, I still only have one of each term now. My mode has yet to change. And now I've provided the mean, median, and mode, but I haven't really described the change. What change takes place when I add the 42? Well, those of you who are listening to the videos will at least know what I state, but I'm not going to add it to the key, so it'll be a quick way for me to tell whether or not students are listening to the videos or just copying down answers straight from the key. Describe the change. The change is by adding 42 to the data set, it increases the mean. It also ended up increasing the median. So that's good for us to know. Adding a high value to our set of data increased the mean and increased the median.